Hello, everybody, and welcome to our discussion about the ethical crisis that our company is currently facing, what our CCS is, how we plan to tackle this crisis, and how we're going to respond. So, to begin, I'd like to remind everyone that as our organization, Neurons Incorporated, is one of the largest neuromarketing companies worldwide. We have to take responsibility for the fact that this is an issue that is the first of its kind. It's a very unique issue in nature, and this plan is going to be the plan that we will use going forward anytime something like this happens, and hopefully it will be adopted by other companies if it is successful. Now, what is the crisis that we are facing? As many of you know, we have lots of different clients and lots of very large clients, such as Google, Facebook, Coca-Cola, and TikTok. And the ethical crisis that has arisen is that TikTok is unethically using our company's AI and predictive and generative AI models to market to children and adolescents under the age of 18. And that is against our policy, and we believe that it is unethical to advertise and use our products on those who are under the age of 18. So TikTok is using our products unethically to target children with these advertisements. This is a breach of our ethical guidelines and the company policy concerning data use and child protection. One of our first steps is that we need to send a request to TikTok and to the management team stating that they must immediately halt their misuse of products. And we need to highlight for them that we do not gather data on anyone under the age of 18, and therefore using our products to try to enhance advertisements that are marketing towards those who are under the age of 18 would be unethical and also would not be successful, as this is meant to market towards those who have a fully developed frontal lobe, or at least an almost fully developed frontal lobe, and are able to understand the advertising, the context behind it. And it is not meant to be used towards children. And we also must consider that this is going to have a very large impact on the public. There is a high sensitivity to children's data privacy, and there will be a large potential backlash if we announce to the public that TikTok is misusing our models to market towards children. So we are not going to immediately come out and say TikTok is trying to advertise to your children by using our models. Instead, we're going to try to talk with TikTok and with the executives to get the issue resolved. Moving on, what our strategic response would be after this initial response. What would we do? How would we go about trying to fix this situation? So the first thing is we would want to create a communication timeline. We would want to make sure that everyone in our organization is operating on this timeline so that there is no miscommunication about when anything needs to happen. We can all be on the same page as a company. And we would also have workshops made for message crafting. So that we can make sure that everyone is using the same language, everyone is on the same page, and again, there's no confusion in any of our internal messaging and internal timelines. This is going to be very important to providing a united front when dealing with an organization as large as TikTok. In addition, we want to control the channels of distribution where we are going to be doing our press releases. Hopefully we do not need to get the Danish government or the American government or the Chinese government involved. However, that could be an option for us if we need to. At the end of the day, we have to understand that this was an error on our part, that we are at fault for not explicitly letting TikTok know that this is how we want our product to be used. And so we need to make sure that we can correct that. And if possible, we want to correct that with as little amount of conflict as possible. We are going to make this strategic response as flexible as possible so that when the time comes, if the time comes where this happens again, we will be able to deal with this situation. But we want to make sure that we can deal with this situation regardless of which company is ethically breaching our guidelines, whether it be a social media company, a furniture company, a software company. No matter what type of company, we want it to all be the same. And that's what we're going to accomplish with this. This is not going to be a response that we can only do with a social media company. This is going to be a response that we can do for any company. It is also scalable. The communication responses and the impact of this crisis. The impact of this crisis is going to be rather large, and it's most likely going to be a very big deal. However, for smaller crises, this can be implemented as well. We also have a focus on our long-term objectives. For example, rebuilding trust within the public and within our organization and within our shareholders, ensuring compliance with our ethical standards and guidelines in the future, and maintaining our market position as well as one of the leading neuroscience companies. So far, we have a very good public image, and we would like to keep it that way. We want to make sure that we are putting the ethics in front of the technology. We do not want to be developing our AI models and our products so quickly that we forget about considering how to ethically use them, which is why it's important that we create a solid plan and a solid foundation of how to deal with these situations. Hopefully, through this strategic plan, we will see success in dealing with our current ethical crisis, and hopefully all future crises will be able to resolve through this strategy. If possible, we want to apply this strategy to as many crises as possible so that we are ready in a timely manner. We'll know how to act. We won't have any downtime in our actions. We'll be able to immediately bring a press release and discuss what is going on and how we're able to fix it. That would be the ideal. I have hope that this will advance our organization, as we will see that we are able to respond to these crises that we never anticipated to happen, especially since we are only now just discovering the possibilities of AI within our company and focusing on the ethical standard that we wish to uphold within our company with our AI products. We want to make sure that we can let everybody know that ethics is extremely important when dealing with anything to do with AI, and especially in this situation where we're marketing towards children and enhancing it with the power of AI. We want to make sure that our organization going forward is going to be able to handle these types of crises. And we believe that this strategy is what's going to enable us to do so. Anyway, thank you all for coming to this meeting. And I hope that you all now have a clear understanding of what we plan to do with this ethical crisis. Thank you.